Hi everyone, welcome back to KonekTwa. With us today is a phenomenally cute and extremely bubbly person. Please welcome Ornella Lafleche.
Thank you. Hi.
Ornella Lafleche. If I were to ask you who Ornella is, what would you say?
Because I'm hungry, I would say I'm a bit greedy. I always find it so hard to introduce myself. I don't
Really?
know why. It's I don't know. Mon préféré du monde, dire qui se trouvait, je ne me reconnais pas. Bon, allez. On est là. Disons. I don't know.
Ok, ça va. Moi, me dis-toi.
Allez, ok.
Depuis ma bonne recherche. Ornella Lafleche est une fille qui était à l'heure de 4 bonnes. Ensuite, elle est allée à l'UOM. Ensuite, elle est allée faire Miss Eco. Quand tu as fait Miss Eco?
Décembre 2018.
Ok.
And then I ended it as first runner-up. Après, j'ai fait Miss Universe Africa, same thing, first runner-up. Je crois en mai ou juin, un truc comme ça. Et tout de suite après, juste après, j'ai enrolled for Miss Universe. Et là, that's the good one. Et en septembre, donc je deviens Miss Universe Mauritius 2019.
Est-ce que le Covid ou le lockdown t'a affecté et le message que tu voulais...
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. Parce que, disons, tu as juste un an, as like a rain, on appelle ça un rain. Tu as juste un an et malheureusement, mon père dit déjà 3 mois à peu près. Et en plus, il y a plein d'activités, il y a plein de choses que j'aurais aimé pouvoir faire que je n'ai pas pu forcément faire. Il y a plein d'activités que j'étais en train de commencer, donc des projets sur lesquels je travaillais en tant que Miss et qui ont été mis en pause justement. Ça, c'est chiant.
Yeah, j'imagine. Parce que regarde, like if you have only 1 year to prove yourself as the perfect choice for something, then obviously you have planned it all out and
Et unfortunately, je le dis, let's be honest about that, comme si à Maurice, on a tendance à penser que pageant, we only there, beaucoup de filles aussi sont là pour, I don't know what, fame or free gifts, I don't know, et t'es pas trop vraiment bonne action derrière, c'est-à-dire que once you are chosen as the Miss, you have to have an advocacy and fight for that. Et malheureusement, il y a beaucoup de filles qui disent, I have been crowned today, I'm going to fight against or for this or this. You hear a lot about it, and then you don't see anything about that. Et donc, moi, mon petit envie change justement sa perception-là, parce que quand une crowned, je me rappelle, tu as une petite baguette les nouvelles, tu trouves un commentaire qui m'a dit, dis-moi, peut dire, belle promesse, ça, mais cela peut dire, il peut faire, et puis on veut travailler à l'hôtel, telles affaires. Mais chaque année, nous tentons ça, chaque année, comme une Miss Elia te trouver, oui, mon envie faire ça, mais you end up, your reign is ending and you still didn't do anything. Comme il dit ça commentaire-là, me dit, I can't be angry towards this person because that's true. Au final, tu trouves beaucoup Miss chaque année, tu es élue par Miss Universe, Miss World, Mauritius, Miss Lot. En gros, il y a plein de filles qui t'y cavent, justement, service à... c'est une plateforme qui te gagne. And c'est écoute comment tu es Miss Universe Mauritius ou any Miss, I think you have more visibility on the internet, on social media, and I wanted to use it like as it had to be used, on va dire. Et I was starting to work on that. Et souvent aussi, on dit oui, qui fait quand tu fais une bonne action, tu as besoin de mettre le internet. Comment dire, qui fait ce qui te filme. I'm not for, comment dire oui, il me fait telles affaires bien. Mais if I don't do that, people will think that I'm not doing anything. Et je continue à croire qu'ils ne pas fait non ici. Donc, it's important to do things.
Yeah.
Et malheureusement, je peux faire like, because I want to fight against some issues issues dans société. And I have to talk about it, and I have to make it public for people to know what's going on, what we are fighting for. Et justement, moi, comme once I was elected, I wanted to fight against pedophile, sexual abuse in children in Mauritius, which is unfortunately a very, very, very common problem here. Beaucoup de gens I end up talking about this because we have to talk about it. Et je content I got the courage to do it parce que once I started talking about it on social media, that's crazy comment dire raconte c'était 10 personnes autour de moi qui hey, tu connais moi avec un grand-père, avec un frère, avec un papa ou anyone avec un voisin. As a child, beaucoup de filles malheureusement experience that. Et what's sad about it is ils peuvent me dire moi, but they're still silent about it. I mean, there's nothing being done against it. And well, this is what I want to do. Même après ça, rien là. Ça veut dire, oui, quand même, j'ai dit 3 ans en tant que Miss Universe Mauritius, but even when I pass the crown, I still have the same visibility and I still got the same people following me and even more maybe after. And I will still use this platform. So I don't say I lost time. Maybe I just got some more time to think about it and a better way to communicate about it. Et voilà. Donc, à la base, j'ai envie de faire mon ONG. Après, les temps causer, réfléchir, même avec Gaël, je sais comment se ça, réaliser qu'il y a déjà une ONG qui peut like, fight, pédostop et travailler là. Et me dire, il y a des ONG que chacun pour we can unite our forces and energy to fight against it and make really boom, a big effect et une bonne campagne.
Synergie.
Au lieu de faire chacun son côté, chacun en parle, mais c'est pas forcément. Like, ils ont une plateforme et aussi ils ont des ressources que je n'ai pas forcément. Et the time it will take to build up an NGO is still the time for more like pedophile to abuse more children. So better use what we already got, improve what we already got, and strike.
You're absolutely right. The effort, the resources that you'll use and take to build something off the ground, you might as well just use it to embellish something that is already existent.
Exactly.
You touched on a very, very sensitive subject, and I wanted to know why this message and why is this so close to your heart?
It's quite known now. I've been a victim as a child, and I was 19 years old when I reported the case to the police, and it's and it's still nothing has been done yet. It's been 3 years already. I'm still waiting. I don't know what the sentence will be. I don't know if this person will be punished as he deserves, but I'm not taking this as my motive. I'm not taking the punishment. I'm just taking the fact of going there, opening up, talking about that will be already a battle that I have already won. I mean, he can, the sentence might be negative for me. He can get out of this. He can get out of this, and it's okay. Because I don't know, this will still be something that I've done.
No, you're absolutely right. The fact that you raised your voice is achievement for a lot of people, especially a lot of people in Mauritius. And you talked about something where you said a lot of people come towards you to talk about their abuse. How do you like as a human being? How does it impact you?
That's draining.
Yeah.
This is draining, and at the same time, this is the battle I chose to fight for. And when I started to talk about that, and I realized that people had to talk about it too, and they had to open up to someone, and I thought to myself that, okay, I might be that someone who is helping victims to just talk about it, maybe not publicly, but at least
Addressing
voice
it.
out with some stranger. I am a stranger, and the only fact of being able to talk about it, relate to someone, and maybe on my social media platforms, I don't like to project this victim image. I'm not a
Right,
victim
right.
anymore. I mean, I'm happy. I'm with a loving boyfriend who respects me, which I respect too, and I don't want to show to victims that, okay, after that you don't deserve love, you don't deserve to be happy, you don't deserve to love your body. My body was a thing I have been ashamed of for a very long time. Miss Universe has helped me a lot for that. I mean, understanding that I don't have to be ashamed of my body. My body is who I am. My body is who is going to accompany me like till my last breath. I am the only person I'm going to be with my whole life. I'm sure about
For
that.
sure.
And I can't hate myself for something that someone else did to my body. I mean, yes, it has been a victim, and I don't think that my body has been asking for that. Sometimes you may hear that too. Yeah, you've been provocative and everything. And sometimes you just look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, was that my fault? Was that because of how I look like? And then I stop and say, okay, when I was 8 years old, I don't think I was being provocative, and so I don't think that the problem is with the body of a woman or of a child, or can be a boy too. So we should stop feeling guilty or ashamed of what happened. The abuser has to feel guilty and very ashamed of being able to see a child's body like a sexual thing. That is, I don't understand this. And well, yeah, I'm getting a bit lost in my
No,
thoughts.
it's okay. Don't worry about it. Ornella, when that happened to you, you were 8.
Mm-hmm. Around 8, this thing happened, and to be honest, I know what happened, but I just don't know how I was feeling on the spot. So I say around 8 because I don't know exactly. I can say exactly.
No, I completely understand. But because you were so young, did you believe that such things happen to everyone around you?
No. I was very aware that it was not normal, because as I grew up, both my mom and my dad always told me that, okay, there are private parts of your body that no one has a right to touch. And the day it happens, make sure you scream out loud for help. Yes, mom. Yes, dad. I will. Don't worry. The day it happens, I will. And the day it happened, I had no voice. I mean, it was... You don't even understand what's happening. You don't... I mean, and that's I think why I'm talking today is for this child who has been silent. I'm a woman today, and I have a voice, and I have people listening to me, and I want to use it for this child that wanted to scream so loud, and now I'm screaming for her, and I'm happy I'm doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think you have this amazing platform, and people love you for who you are, and you have this genuineness and authenticity that people gravitate towards. You have an amazing platform, Ornella, and I really think it's time. Like the whole Time's Up campaign. I think it's time for people to be accountable for their actions.
Yeah, I do think. I mean, as I tell you, I'm not really focusing on whether people should they should be blamed, and they should have a sentence and everything, but I'm not focusing on that, because to be honest, I don't really believe in justice. I don't know if I do, but maybe the sentence of my abuser won't be something that I will think is worth. I mean, he can have, maybe, I don't know, he can be sentenced, but it can be for 3 months. Will it be...
Or even if it's for 3 years, is it justifying
exactly
what happened to
for
you?
what happened? Because I am the one living
The
with
rest
the
of your life,
nightmares
yeah.
for the rest of my life. These days, it's less common. I don't know. Since I'm when I started to talk about that, it was really common. Like, I woke up at night sweating and crying. Now I didn't have it for like months now. Since I've been talking about that so publicly, no, it's been like a therapy of talking about it. Just talking about it, and yeah, it's a good thing, and yeah. So I don't know if his sentence will be worth it, but I know that my battle is worth it.
Yes, exactly.
And I know that helping others talk about it is worth it.
Yeah.
I know that helping a little girl maybe get through this, maybe she will be watching it, maybe she will still be sexually abused, but maybe my message will tell her, don't worry, you'll be okay one day. No, it's not just your fault. Or you will be asking yourself, will I ever be happy? Will I ever have a right to feel good with my body? And I want to say to that little girl who will be watching, yes, you will be happy. Yes, you have the right to love and be loved and whatever you want to do, And so maybe the abusers as such won't be sentenced as I would like them to be. But I know that the victims might have just like this ray of hope that better days are coming.
Wow, that's so well said, Ornella. I'm very speechless and I'm very, very moved. But we have to move to a bit more of
pleasant subject, please.
Positive note. Mais on sentit que moi j'ai Jaya Bachchan
un peu trop beaucoup là.
But yeah, going back to a time when Ornella was in LCQB. Yeah. You were in Forest first, right?
Yeah. So my first 3 years I was in SSS Forest, and then I moved to Lorette as from Cat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I remember you were telling me how terrible you were at certain subjects, like accounting.
Oh my God.
And we shared this mutual understanding that we were two people who have cried because of accounting exams.
Yeah, I did. Because on my last exam, I remember I was in Form 3. This day I was so happy because I was like, oh my God, this is the last time I will be drawing lines for a ledger. And like, it's the last time I will be figuring out how to balance it. Well, I do it today. But back to those days, I was there in my last ever accounts exam. So determined to do well, I didn't like failure. I never liked it. And so I did revise and try. All the theoretical part was really good. Define this and this. Okay. Then comes the ledger as the last part of the exam. Okay, Ornella, you're going to nail it. Don't worry. And then, I don't know what happened. I was so sure that I was doing everything
tout
right. Ouais. C'est que l'on va arriver. Moi, quand même, trouve 400 000 euros de différence dans mon ledger. Tu peux rester 5 minutes. Moi, je dis, bon, tant pis, je vais le faire. Tant pis. Et toi aussi, c'était...
Moi, c'était la veille de l'examen. Je comprenais rien. Et c'était parce que, premièrement, je savais que j'allais pas faire accounting dans l'avenir. Et deuxièmement, mon parti n'a l'envie pour apprendre et le professeur là, comment dire, franchement, les professeurs accounting me pensaient, comment dire, il manque la vie dans ça. il manque entertainment.
C'est pas une frustration dans la classe,
Mais en tout cas, mon professeur est spécifiquement plus que cela. Mais oui, ça qui m'arrivait, c'est me pleurer avant la veille, après pendant l'examen, me pleurer, c'était la première fois dans ma vie, me pleurer pour un papier, après me disais, moi, non, ça même pourrait tout ça déjà. Oui, c'est ça. Me l'a fait science, soi-disant, ouais, me vie de marier un télo, tout. Mais ouais.
I was good.
Yeah?
I was taking my free periods to go to
study,
the library and study. Sometimes during recess. But I was quite doing both, sometimes you could see me in the yard of the school and shouting out loud and dancing like a crazy girl.
Talking about dancing, there is this thing that I know that you choreographed the full like last final year's gala. Yeah, how was that?
Écoute, big up to you for being able to come up with choreographies and that people can follow, because this was something, like young girls both trying to show that they are all cool, and I was showing my dance moves, and someone, no, I don't want to do this, I want to do this, I want this music, and I said, okay, I took this responsibility for this time, but never again will I do this. And we were like a lot of girls trying to figure out how to put every girls around the pool, as I was telling you, and trying not to fall in the pool. It was something, but it went well. It was really nice. Yeah.
What do you remember the most of your life in LCQB?
I should say that what I appreciated the most was the human touch of Lorette. Like les écoles Lorette, you have this, I don't know, you have this something really special.
Magical.
Yeah, you get attached to the school and to the teachers and to the girls, and you see that teachers are trying their best. I mean, not only academically, but also they try to be there as friends when they can, and as parents as they can. So sometimes a bit hard with us, sometimes soft when they see, especially during our final year, where we were also stressed. And teachers were really, really nice to us, sometimes just chilling out in classes, talking about our topics, but in a more light way. Still, we were learning about our subjects, but we could relax a bit, and it was a really nice thing. And also, what I like about Lorette was sports and athletes are as important as scientists, and there were inclusion for the most of us, even though you could feel some difference sometimes with some nerds looking like from above, but there was this inclusion. So, I mean, like our athletes was celebrated in school. We had special mass for sports to congratulate our girls when they performed well at national level, and I think it is important.
Yeah, it's so true.
Having experienced both types of schools, I mean, like two different schools, I could see the difference, and I could see how accomplished we were when we got out of this school.
Yeah. Wow.
LCQB forever.
Non, mais c'est vrai. J'étais à Sainte-Maryse et je voyais effectivement les professeurs. They were not just teachers. They early in the morning would, because not all of the students who came to St. Mary's were of a good background, so they would end up like asking for du pain maison. They would be cutting du pain maison to put fromage so that the kid could eat.
Yes.
They would ask for cans of tuna so that the kid could eat.
Oh, we had that too. We had to contribute 10 rupees per month. For those in need, and I think that this is so beautiful, from school, learning how to be charitable and how to have empathy for those who don't have as much luck as we do. I think this is important. It is human touch.
Connection.
Oh, that's
so true. But you, Ornella, were talking about teaching a kid mathematics when you were yourself, I think, 18, 19?
Yeah, so when I finished school, I tried to help the children around me,
So in St. Mary's, there was this thing that we could do after our SC. If we had good grades, we were allowed to go teach students from les places défavorisées. So there was this campaign, Caritas. Caritas used to do that. They would come to our school and they would ask for students to be able to teach from grade 9, grade 8. And that was the first time I decided, let me go and teach. I know English very well. I will teach English. I know maths. I'll teach maths. And I would go to La Confiance after school, and I would go and teach. And that was something that was so fulfilling in my heart, but at the same time, Ornella, it was so difficult because you expect every kid to grow up the same way, but when you teach those kids who are from those milieux, it's a complete different person.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
The way they walk, the way they talk, the way they they value their education, the conversations that you have with those kids is heartwarming, and it's something so deep. Have you had those incidents?
Yeah, I got it once with a boy, and for me, when I go to help, I don't go as a teacher as such. I'd go as a friend who wants to help, and I have casual conversations with you where you can cry and it's okay, and then we get back to work. I don't want to be like, if a school system, educational system doesn't suit this person, I don't understand why I could go and do like as if I was at school. It wouldn't mean anything then. We would be losing time. So I decided to have a different approach. So maybe more like, okay, I'm a friend here. If you come here and you want to learn from me, you take it seriously because I am giving you my time, and you are too coming and losing your time if you don't work. So it's your choice. So you are free to leave whenever you want to leave. You're not at school, but don't ever come to me and say you didn't do my homework. I knew why I was giving them, and sometimes I could get angry, like really angry when they, like the first time, they were maybe testing if I would really say serious about what I was saying. So I got angry once, and from that they could do like even more homework than I was giving, because I think they understood. When I was angry, I was telling them, you know what, I'm not losing anything. You are not doing your homework, which I gave you to help you. My HSC grades are still the same. Yours, I don't know. And if you want to succeed, and if you want help, and if you want to accept help, please do it like fully and commit. Now, if you think that you'll ever come again without doing your homework, don't ever think about coming. I don't want to see you. And then they understand that when they come to commit to learning, and without being forced. So they can leave, they can not come again if you don't want to. And at the end, everyone was coming. It's good. Because they felt free they had the choice of being here or not. And it's important. Yeah.
Absolutely. And c'est juste l'approche qui doit varier, parce que j'ai l'impression que not every kid, obviously it's so true that not every kid learns the same way. Not every kid is a bookish kid, and also some circumstances around the kid's life also doesn't necessarily give them the same hours to study that other kids are given. And yeah, that's so true. Ornella, so you're done with LCQB là, and now you're going to UOM.
No.
Okay.
So I should say that. So I enrolled at UOM once I finished school to do occupational therapy. Then, as I told you earlier, I went there for my first day, had my card and my pass and everything, named occupational therapist student. Wow, I was so happy. And then I went to class. I think it was like just empty, the class I was supposed to be in. Okay, let's go to the office, maybe I'm lost. And when I went there, they just told me, okay, no, the class doesn't exist because you were only 4 to enroll. I was like, okay, fine. And they told me that I had to take my second choice, which was psychology, which is...
And you have your pass and everything, lah?
No, I had to wait 3 more months to get it.
The psychology one?
Yeah. But see, I was in class and my name was never on the list. So they had to add my name, with the pen. It was like, I was not there. and I got bored. The teaching system was not for me, and I also wanted to be financially independent, like become independent. So I started to work. I ended up in the marketing field, and then started up at Open University at part-time, so working and studying at the same time. Then I became Miss Universe, and I could not go for my exam, so I had to skip 1 more year. And hopefully I'll be doing it seriously as from this year.
What interests you in marketing? It's a good question.
Yeah.
I think because you like, for us in our generation, it's so easy for us to be on Instagram and just promote something that it comes naturally to us, the certain aspects of marketing.
Skills, maybe. And I like talking about, let's say, services or products that I love, and when I talk about them and I'm really convinced, it's so natural, and I can see that I do it well. So I enjoyed it. You know, like, you start something new you've never been used to do, and you see that you can perform well without even like studying. So now I know exactly what I want to do. I know exactly what I love, and that's great because I'm sure that I'm going to start those studies and be really interested in each and every topic, because I can relate to them, like, in everyday life.
You had talked about the self body shaming, and I would like to come back to that, because in my head, or in a lot of people's minds, is a pageant queen, a pageant winner, a pageant person. What does she have to worry about when it comes to their body? You know, I don't like. That's what the first instinct people have, is that they're so confident. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I think that beautiful body is so subjective.
Yeah.
What you might find beautiful is for you beautiful, not necessarily for me. And that's the beauty about Miss Universe. It's like there's inclusion. I am short, I know that. People criticize me about that. Now, that's a message to all those saying that I am short. I mean, stop criticizing things that I won't be able to change about myself. This is not constructive, and I find it so bad to criticize people on things that they won't be ever be able to change. I mean, if I could add some centimeters to my legs, I would be happy to.
I wish you were a boy, Ornella.
But I can't, and this is body shaming as much as on any other thing, like other ways. So yeah,
I was saying, like, how does there come a point where you are okay with your body?
I think human beings are never satisfied. So I ended up telling myself that, okay, that's my body and I have cellulite. Yes, I do have them, and it's okay. I'm still Miss Universe Mauritius. I'm not perfect. I'm not in like a plastic doll. And I'm happy to represent women with cellulite, because almost every woman has it, and I think that we should stop thinking that this is something ugly or this is something we should change, and having small breasts. Oh my god, Miss Universe, small breasts doesn't get along. Yes, it does, because this is natural and this is how I got, like, I'm like this, you know. And finally, I'm telling myself that what message am I can me projeter si moi-même me peut dire oui, you should be confident, and then I self blame my body, you know. And so I just stopped it. This is very recent though. I did not wear shorts because I was so ashamed of my cellulite. Now I do, hey, oh, it's okay, I will have them all my life, let's wear shorts. Stop it, you know. And
just say,
do you experience that too?
Yeah, so the reason why I asked this question is because I was a very chubby kid. Okay. Up till 16, very chubby. And obviously, like, in Mauritius, people, like, if they have nothing to do, they go to the beach. Yeah. And when you go to the beach, you're not with a shirt. And when you're not with a shirt, people smile and laugh at you. Yeah. So that was a cycle that kept happening until I developed bulimia for 3 years. Those were the worst 3 years of my life, where all I did was je rejette tout. Et j'ai perdu, je crois que quelque chose comme 20 kilos dans 3 mois, 4 mois.
And that's very unhealthy, guys.
Yeah, that is
You should listen
very
anyways.
unhealthy.
That's not a way
Yeah.
to slim down.
Yeah, and what happened was a lot of people around me got very worried about me. But the weirdest thing, Ornella, was that when I would look at myself in the mirror, I wouldn't see the ribs. I wouldn't see the collarbone. I would always see the love handle.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
Always complaining, guy, look at that dress on me. Look like a saucisson.
But you know, the only thing that made me feel a bit okay was the fact that, firstly, I will never have this body again. The body of a 24-year-old, I will never have it again. I will be 25, I will be 26. Secondly, I am so grateful that I am able to do what I love to do through this body. I am a dancer. I am able to convert what my mind tells me into something in real life through my body, and I worship that a lot. And those were the two reasons why I was a little bit better with my body positivity.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's beautiful, and that's
Thank
so
you.
true, because we also human beings are never satisfied with what we have. Always looking for more. Always looking for. Sometimes it's good. Self-improvement is good, but not like we should not be too hard on ourselves. So I think that we should be grateful for being able to just be sitting here and being able to talk and being able to pass messages. It's my body. It's my body that's allowing me to do that, and so thank you, buddy. I love you.
Ornella, what are we going to expect from you this upcoming year?
Well, since COVID, I don't really know where this year is going, to be honest, but I hope that my project with Pedostop will go forward, and campaigns, and at least get things moving. Maybe not done this year, but get things moving, and still working on growing personally, professionally, and on my campaign too.
Well done.
And what about
said.
you?
For me, good question. I never asked myself, but what I would like to do this year was... je sais vraiment pas. J'avais commencé l'année en pensant que je vais faire ça, je vais avoir ça. Et ensuite, tout a été bousculé. Là, je suis vraiment en train de penser comment est-ce que je peux me rétablir comme étant like a person who is here to talk about good, positive messages in Mauritius. And I'm trying to do that for the rest of this year.
And that's very great. I mean, your initiative of the podcast is so amazing.
Thank you.
Telling you, it's so amazing. I'm really happy we're having this here in Mauritius.
Thank you.
So thank you for bringing this up to us, and thank you for your invitation.
Of course. Une chose, avant qu'on part, ton Instagram, avant qu'on termine, ce que j'ai remarqué qui est absolument incroyable, c'est le fait que tu te prends pas trop pas du tout même au fait like arrogant or whatever. I love how free you are with your Instagram, how I love how authentic you are with your Instagram. And is there a tip for doing that?
A tip for being... Well, I just don't... I don't want to be this girl that is inaccessible or that people can't relate. Especially when I talk about those things that I want to do, campaigns and everything. People should be able to relate to me. I don't want to project some life that I don't live. I mean, I'm a girl, trimée pour travail, pour payer ce loyer. Like, it's normal. And we are so young, and I mean, I'm just being myself.
Yeah.
Oh, le truc, c'est que j'ai pas envie d'impressionner qui que ce soit par mes photos ou par mes posts. It's a choice to share it with you and with people on the internet, and that's great. And I think that it's effortless. I don't have to put up a setup, extraordinary setup just for a photo. No, I'm just ending up my life.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's absolutely right. I think, yeah, you have that aspect of your life as well where everything is perfect, everything is really, but you also have that aspect of your life off that screen, you know, like when you're a normal person, you have like your bad days, you have your good days, you eat, I don't know if you're allowed to eat macaroni, but like
I do. Guys, let me tell you, I eat more than him.
Exactly. I love that you share that with people. Shase, Ornella, thank you for coming once again.
Thank you for this project.